Aha. As we always say, let's begin where we are. So starting off our session by simply beginning the journey of reconnecting with the body, reconnecting with whatever is here. We might notice experiences from earlier in the day still lingering on us. Or we might notice a sense of anticipation of what's to come now and what's to come later. Or maybe there's a sense in the body that we've been holding on to or moving through the world with today. So as always, we begin our journey by simply tuning in and noticing what is here. And instead of trying to push it away, saying, no, not now, I'm trying to meditate, instead, we envision ourselves opening our arms and opening our chests, opening our hearts to truly receive and be with. Not to let go of, not to push away, but to allow and to let whatever is here simply be. If you haven't yet done so, and if it feels comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes. As we turn our visual processing system off, we can reinvest that attention as we continue our journey even further inwards. Tonight we'll continue our practice of gratitude and exploring contentment, but I'd like to offer a bit of a perspective shift, themed by one of my absolute favorite quotes by Wayne Dyer, who says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So we often experience our world going forward, moving forward, looking forward. So as we venture into this perspective shift, I invite you to first begin to sense your back body. Perhaps you begin by noticing the parts of your body that connect with the surface that you're on. The gentle movement of back ribs as we breathe. Noticing the form and function of pelvis and the architecture of spine constructed from pelvis, tailbone, all the way to the base of the skull. Not only might we sense our back body, but I invite you to sense into the space behind you. Perhaps you might even notice the distance of objects and things that you might recall fill the space behind you. And then slowly we can wrap that awareness around in 360 degrees as we notice front body expanding into space in front of us, right side and left side, and how we too fill up three-dimensional space. Experiencing and sensing in all four directions. For the next part of our voyage together, I invite you to explore what we often call choiceless awareness. And in choiceless awareness, we allow for all aspects of our experience. We glue our attention to our experience and notice how it ebbs and flows, how it bounds around like a puppy, excited and highly distracted by whatever might come across its path. Perhaps noticing sounds in the room that you're in. Noticing how the mind may shift and flicker like a candle to imagination or memory, to body, to emotion. Opening our arms and opening our hearts and allowing the puppy to roam free. Reminding ourselves that nothing is good and nothing is bad. We're simply becoming acquainted with what is here and how our puppies play. If ever we notice ourselves becoming hooked into a story, or if our awareness somehow becomes lost, we can always find our way back to the sense of breath that best holds our awareness. So let us practice focusing our awareness now. Noticing if that sensation for you is in belly or in chest. The gentle rise and fall of body with each inhale and each exhale. Or perhaps for you, it's the swirling sensation of air through nostrils and throat. Sensation of air as you breathe out through your nose. We might rest our awareness on our breath for a cycle or 3. And then we might notice our minds wandering once more out into the universe. So if you could imagine and envision yourself as a fisher, casting your fishing rod out to snag your awareness, as you slowly reel your awareness back in to that sensation of breath that best holds your attention. As we near the end of this practice, this exploration of choiceless and focused awareness, if you're comfortable, I invite you to stay where you are. But if you'd like to make any adjustments to your body, any kindness you can show to yourself for our body scan, then I invite you to do so now. Once again, exploring this idea of letting it be, letting the body be. And as we reflect on each body part, let's invite a sense of ease. As you're ready, I invite you to guide your awareness to your palms. Your soft, tender palms. Perhaps noticing a sense of temperature. Perhaps they're warm. Perhaps they're cool. Becoming aware of fingers connected to palms and thumbs. To tops of hands. And as we rest our awareness on hands, what does it feel like to invite a sense of ease? Perhaps there is a softening in this acknowledgement. As we bring our awareness to wrists, to forearms, to elbows and upper arms. Upper arms flowing into shoulders. As we rest our awareness on shoulders where we often carry the weight of the world. What is it like here to invite a sense of ease? You might even say to yourself, ease or softness, tenderness. Allowing the shoulders to soften, even if just for a moment. As we raise our awareness to temples, to our hairline, to forehead, shifting this awareness with ease, and as we do, softening brow, softening eyes and eye sockets, inviting ease behind the eyes. Softening cheeks and jaw, down throat, as we rest our awareness on chest, to broaden collarbone, in the easy way that arms hang from shoulders, and the ease and effortlessness of the chest rising and falling with each breath in and each breath out. Allowing this ease to find stomach. Noticing anywhere we might be holding or grasping, or any tenderness we might be experiencing. As we let be, we might offer a sense of ease here too. Softening belly, softening hips, sensing thighs, the weight of thighs drawing the body down towards the earth. Sensing knees, here too pausing to offer this tender sense of ease. To calves and shins, to ankles, finding heels and arches of feet, tops of feet, and toes. Offering our gentle awareness of feet. And here too, inviting a sense of ease. Slowly we might begin to increase our awareness, noticing the interconnected nature and wholeness of this body. Sensing fully from the inside out, whole and complete. Perhaps noticing a sense of tender softness and ease as though you're resting on a cloud. Or perhaps not, and that's okay too. As this practice nears its completion, if you're comfortable, I invite you to stay where you are. Allow the eyelids to be heavy. If you'd like to make any adjustments to your posture with kindness and mindfulness, I invite you to do so now. For our final practice together, I thought we could explore how we might shift our perspectives. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So first, I invite you to find your breath once more. Find the sensation of breath that best garners your awareness. Knowing that you can come back to this breath anytime. As you're ready, I invite you to call to mind a time you were disappointed. So I'd suggest you find something that was a small disappointment for this practice. Perhaps something that you had your hopes for that didn't quite work out the way you thought it would or you wanted it to. Some unexpected, something that happened perhaps in planning or with a person. And with this experience in mind, I invite you to begin to sense where you feel it in your body. Where does the sense of disappointment live? Perhaps you can sense the story that you tell yourself or you've told yourself about this disappointment. And sometimes there may be associated blame or shame or pain. I invite you to allow it all to be here. Noticing what might feel real, but also exploring if it's true. Perhaps we might shift our perspective and find a new view. Considering the situation, what did you learn? Was there some kind of learning that occurred because of this experience? Perhaps you learned something new about yourself, or redefined or confirmed your values or what's important to you. They always say that it's easier to see things in hindsight. So in hindsight, what other opportunities and experiences were you more prepared for because of this situation? As you're ready, I invite you to visualize a brick wall. And slowly, with your mind's eye, perhaps you might create a window. What new windows opened in this experience? Perhaps you might notice where you sense this experience in your body, this experience of reframing. And when you're ready to let it go, I invite you to draw your attention back to your breath. Breathing in, I notice I am breathing in. And breathing out, I notice I am breathing out. I am here. I am present. As we near the end of our time together, I invite you to rest your awareness on your breath for the next 3 glorious cycles. Drinking in every aspect of the experience of breathing. Slowly you might begin to open your awareness, noticing sounds and sensations in the room that you're in. A sense of air or clothes on your skin. Perhaps a faint aroma in the air. As you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes gently, perhaps holding a soft gaze, or allowing the eyes to explore your environment and how things might have changed, noticing what you notice. As Wayne Dyer says, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. And my friends, as that brings us to the end of our time together, as always, thank you so much. Go ahead and press stop here.